Hello everyone and welcome back to a Gran Turismo time trial while we're at the Red Bull Ring in, yes, the Porsche hypercar that has come to Gran Turismo 7, the Porsche Mission X. Now we're on racing soft tyres and trust me, it doesn't feel grippy enough even with the racing softs. This one is a hard one because the brakes, well, they just don't exist. I've put the gold estimate around the 122.9. That's my optimum minus a couple attempts in there as well. So I'm hoping that gold estimate is right. Apologies for the underestimation in the previous one because the rally's just gone nuts since. Now, if you do enjoy this video, as always, do get a like and do subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's get into this one. Let me explain how to do this. Now, first of all, if you're going to do this, use traction control, and I'll show that in the pad lap. Now, as you head towards turn 1, you are braking as the grass ends on the left-hand side. You can see I'm on the brakes now. Yes, you have to brake this early, and you can see that on chase cam. It's the 200 board you are braking at, essentially. Really early on the brakes. Now, just go into this corner hard on the brakes. Start to release it, then start to go on the throttle, but 50%, then 75%. And the rule of thumb for this car is you only go 100% throttle when you're at 100 miles an hour, okay? You can do that like-for-like partnership, 100% at 100 miles an hour, you should be fine. The next corner then, on the left-hand side, we're braking at the orange painted barrier there. Alternatively, you can brake just after the shadow under the gantry. But even so, you can use that orange painted barrier on the left-hand side and brake in a straight line. So you're braking before the 200 board in this car. Look to slow it down. Now, this corner, very treacherous because you get loads of wheel spin. Look at that throttle control all the way up. And only when we get close to 100, I broke my own rule there, but I will still say to you, 100% at 100 miles an hour. But when you get closer, you can go 100%. For this right-hander downhill, it's the 200 board, or alternatively, before you get to the start of the curb on the left-hand side, you are going to hit the brakes. Now, remember, downhill braking means if you accidentally brake a little bit too late, your braking's going to go far, far to Narnia. You're going to go well deep. So remember, brake early for this corner. Let the car roll through the corner a little bit. Again, being careful on the throttle, aiming for 100% at 100 miles an hour, like I did right there. Over towards the right-hand side then, and literally the start of the curb on the right-hand side is your brake marker. Now, for this one, you're going to be rolling quite a lot. And the reason for that is if you try and outbrake yourself, you're just going to go deep and it feels all weird and horrible. Whereas if you just let it roll nicely, it will get around the corner. So that's what we're going to try and do here. So look at this. We start rolling, we're trail braking all the way there, and then we start accelerating. Now, as we get to 100, we full throttle it. Before the curb starts to narrow, you need to be on the brakes again or ready for this left-hander. And you're going to do what you did previously. Now, I trail braked a lot there. I know I did, but just let the car roll. Let the car roll and you will be fine. So that's what we're going to do here again. I'll probably trail brake a little bit more, but you don't feel you have to. There we go. Let the car roll, and then go on the throttle, and then 100% at 100 miles an hour. That's going to get annoying very quickly. I realize that, but it's the rule I'm going with for this time trial. On the left-hand side, we have that box right there. That is your brake marker. Very obvious brake marker on the left-hand side. Now, I tried braking later for this one, and you can brake later, but it makes the corner feel weird. If you brake early and just let the car roll through the corner, you'll carry the momentum, which is exactly what you want here. That's what I'm going to do then. I chuck it in, let the car roll, and then on exit, I start to accelerate. And what we're looking for here is on the left-hand side, as the tarmac starts to come in a little bit, you can see where the grass starts there. You could use that. You can use the tire markings in front of you. I wasn't using any of these, if I'm honest with you. I literally was just braking in a straight line the second I got straight on this curbing, just to keep it nice and safe. And I highly recommend you do that as well. On exit, just be careful. Very easy to get oversteer there. You don't want to ruin your lap at the exit there. I've done that a few times. And that is a 1 minute 20.951. We jump to the pad lap then as we go towards turn number 1. Notice I put traction control on 1. Put it on 2 if you want to put it on 2. I did try 2 as well. 2 works fine. Now this car is it gets very limited very quickly with traction control. So you do have to be careful here, okay? But all you're after is gold or silver or bronze, whichever one you normally go for. So use traction control. It's there to be used, and I'll link a video at the end. So notice through here, I'm going to be a bit more aggressive on the throttle because I don't have to wait for 100% because traction control is going to save me, and that's all that is needed here. So we accelerate now towards the next corner. Remember, before the 200 board left-hand side, we hit the brakes, braking in a straight line, slowing the car down nicely as we start to release. As we go through here, we're going to start accelerating very quickly, and because we've got traction control on, I can be a bit more abusive with it. I don't have to control the throttle as much. Start the curve on the right side, we hit the brakes. We're going to start to come off the brakes, and we're going to let the car roll. There we go. We notice we start the roll. We're trying to accelerate as early as we can, but we have to be careful. And as the curb narrows there, we want to brake just before that. We turn in, letting the car roll, starts getting the throttle there to try and maintain as much speed as we can. Now, I talk about maintaining speed here, and the reason for that is the closer you are to 100 miles an hour on the exit, the quicker you get to 100% throttle. And that's the idea here. So if you can carry a little bit more speed, you're going to benefit so much more. So as we go into the final corner then, through we go. We accelerate there, just using traction control to save us a little bit. But even so, this is a gold on a pad with a 122.3. 121's definitely possible on a pad. So turn 1. As the grass ends on the left-hand side, you're going to hit the brakes. You're going to turn in, get on the throttle quite early here. Notice that it stabilizes the car. It stabilizes the weight over the rear wheels, and then we can come out the corner. Now, I'm using ABS weak. You just saw that on the left-hand side. As we head towards the next corner, so the orange painted barrier on the left-hand side, we're hard on the brakes. We're going to start to release the brakes and go on the throttle quite early here, just to try and get the car going slowly but surely to get as close to 100 miles an hour. There we go. We continue on. That corner, you can lose so much time very quickly because you're at such a slow speed and you don't know where the grip is going to come and go from there. As we come down here then, before the 200 board, of course, is where you brake. We turn in, and once again, we start to go on the throttle. And then 100 at 100. Happy days! What a rule. Right side, start the curve there, hit the brakes as we trail brake. We're going to trail brake a lot through here. I was really slowing it down. Now, 75 miles an hour is a big target for me there on that particular corner, but I don't expect you to do that. Before the curve narrows there, we turn in again. And once again, we're trying to get as close to 100 as quick as possible, just so we can bolt out of here. Now, the car does act a little bit weird if you do full throttle it very early there, so just be careful. The white box that was on the hill there on the left-hand side is your brake mark. We turn in, let the car roll a little bit, start to accelerate. The second we get straight, hit the brakes again, turn in. As we cut the inside of the corner, be careful on exit, accelerate towards the line, and that is how you do a gold lap here at the Red Bull Ring in this Porsche Mission X. Now, this was quite frustrating. Initially, it was nice and easy for me in terms of just getting up to speed, but to actually improve on your lap when you're at your own limit is very difficult, and it really does test you. I was just getting 0.0s for day. That sounds like a brag, and I don't mean to brag, but I was getting 0.0s. I couldn't get my 0.9. I spent an hour getting the 0.9 just to gain half a tenth. It was mental. That's going to be it for me, as always. 2 videos there to check out. My logo's there to subscribe. And also, my partners are down below. And if you want to compare laps for laps, check out that Coach Dave Academy Delta. Thanks again for watching, as always. And I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.